It all starts with a very small world. Your needs, your family, your parents, your siblings. Eventually, one starts to see and learn more about the world and others. One starts to see other people, just like oneself, able to feel pain and joy. And animals who feel one with joy and with sorrow when seeing them suffer. Or seeing nature in its beauty, and in contrast having a feeling that something is wrong while seeing it being strangled. It feels like those things are part of oneself, something that feels wrong in the outer world, as if a reflection of ourselves inhibits our own flourishment. I remember the summary of the book, Reality is Not What It Seems. It said that Heisenberg found that an electron's position can only be determined if it is interacting with something else. Taking a step further, this also means that an electron can only exist based on its relation to another object. Electrons may both exist and yet not exist. Connecting this to our existence, and you realize that, just like electrons, we can only meaningfully exist in relation to each other. I mean, being alone in this world and having all the wealth for yourself wouldn't really mean much, as there is no one to share your life with, to share your creations, knowledge, ideas, skills and feelings with. No one to look in the eyes and feel understood and loved. No one that will receive all that and continue the exploration of the world. Without others, there is no you. Relating this to electrons, in this case, you can both exist and yet don't exist. You don't even need to imagine a person alone in this world. When people live for themselves and their small circle of concern and care, the relation to the greater whole and other parts in it is weaker, which leads to a less meaningful existence, and a less meaningful existence is a less fulfilling one. The amount of fulfillment and satisfaction one gets is proportional to the amount of value one adds to the world. And aren't fulfillment and satisfaction some of the fundamental forces behind everything we do? And if so, maybe this is a way of maximizing it for oneself and everyone and everything else, which in turn feeds into your own fulfillment. One of the meanings of our lives might then be to contribute to the advancements of the eternal collective being, to contribute towards greater understanding and greater prosperity, and doing so in the most impactful and effective way possible. From this emerges the philosophy of utilitarianism, maximizing the utility or usefulness of one's actions towards the pursuit of the greatest good, or with other words, the greatest flourishment and fulfillment of the greatest number of conscious beings across space and time.
How do you solve a problem that extends beyond your own lifespan? That question may be the essence of civilization. The only answer I can find is to initiate a process, to create an environment in which the solution will occur independently of yourself. But that requires a difficult sacrifice. Letting go of your desire to bear witness, to exist at the center of the cosmos. To participate in the project of civilization is to accept...
A part of my psyche might be scared of this word, death. The fact that one day you or someone you love will no longer be here. But the realization of the truth also leads us to the insight that our legacies, the processes we initiated, become a part of the eternal being that is our world. Any human has a finite life, as of now at least, but at the same time, each person is part of the eternal. With the perspective of this greater wisdom, death becomes less scary, because no one really ever dies. This consolidates the fact that the greater good of the world is more important than any self-centered pursuits, because the world will always outlive us. So going against it is already a lost cause that leads to the wrong side of history, which is an awfully bitter taste. But being in harmony with the truth, aligned with the deeper essence of our universe, will reward you much greater than any money can buy. Just think of all of the great people who we all remember and admire because of their contributions to our world. To initiate a process, to create an environment in which the solution will occur independently of yourself. This leads to the reasoning that beyond the realization of one's own potential and contribution to certain fields and issues, one would also optimally help to develop an environment, a society, where everyone can flourish and continually provide solutions. A socio-economic system that will coordinate entities and resources, across the needs, challenges, and opportunities, in accordance with priorities set by our collective intelligence through democratic and intelligent processes in order to achieve the best possible results and developments for all and the whole that we exist in. So could one of our purposes be to find a way to an optimal mode of operation, to find our ikigai?